My name is Sandra D, and this is Ready, Action, a show about acting for income and entertainment. Thank you for tuning in today to learn more about how to become an actor. Today's episode is the fourth part of a 10-part series covering the steps that you must start and take to move along in your acting career. Today's episode is about an actor's marketing plan. This information should also be included on your career or business plan. This is my favorite part of the business plan, primarily because I can use my own creativity to do whatever makes sense to market myself and to build my acting career. So I know you will enjoy this just as much as me. In today's episode, I will give you my perspective on marketing for an actor, and I will also provide you with some tools that an actor can use to further their careers. The reason you need a marketing plan is because you need to create opportunities and jobs through a variety of marketing efforts that will guide you toward achieving your goals. There are agency professionals and marketing PR individuals that can help you with this, but they do come at a cost. If you have an agent, they are already out there marketing for you or on your behalf. But there's nothing like getting out there and doing some of this yourself. So what I am going to do today is to tell you about this information that will help you. This show is dedicated to helping you to market you. Now, in an earlier episode, I provided quite a bit of resources, and one of the resources that I provided to you was called Backstage, which is an online and paper magazine that can help the actor to find jobs and to know what's going on in the industry. Well, there was an article dated June 20th, 2014. It was an article called 4 Ways a Publicist Can Help You Get an Agent by Garrett Thomas. Now, he provided some really good information. He describes how a publicist can connect you with the right people, how they can help you to get press coverage, how they can connect you to the right events and to give you exposure, and also how they can help you to build on an EPK, an electronic press kit. Publicists can do all that. Marketing is a large part of being an actor, but you must establish the tools that will support the direction that you want to go. If you get the right tools in place, those tools can help you to strategize meetings with directors, casting directors, and some producers. They can help you to devise a successful mailing plan and even help you to build upon your social networking sites like Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and YouTube. There are many marketing tools that have a cost associated with them, but there are many tools that are free to the actor. There are many tools that have a cost associated with them, but there are many that are free. One great free marketing tool or an idea that actors probably don't take enough advantage of is the free opportunities to network with their communities. How you do that is you attend industry-related events such as conferences and festivals and volunteer, because you will be able to take away potentially good information and network with the right people. So be creative in finding some of the free marketing tools and resources that are available to you. You must view marketing from the perspective of the target audience. Think about that for a moment. If you were a talent agent, a casting director, or producer, Would you want to invest your time and resources into someone with your website, your resume, your photos, your social media sites? Take a look at those and ask yourself that question. If the answer is no, then you need to go back to the drawing board. Never send out materials too early. Make sure that when you do this, everything is in place, including your education and your skills, so that you are ready to step right up to the plate when it's your time. I remember a time when I stepped out too early in my earlier years, and I submitted for something overseas, and they were going to pay $10,000. I just wanted to see if I would be selected, and wouldn't you know, I was selected. But I wasn't ready because I didn't even have my passport in place. That was the stupidest thing that I could have ever done. So make sure that you are handling your business professionally. I certainly learned that. Remember that you are a business, and what you are selling is yourself and your talents. So make sure that what you are trying to sell is a good product. Start by getting your craft in place. Learn all that you can about connecting with an audience and making yourself indispensable to producers and directors. If you are ready by being well studied, knowing your craft, physically and mentally prepared, then start getting yourself in a position that matters. Theater is a great place to start. Why? Because casting directors and agents typically go to theaters and they're able to see those talents right on. And if they love what they see, man, you're in the right place because they will remember you. So let's talk a little bit about social media marketing tools. And these are the tools that will help to build your brand, your website. Yes, you have to have a website. The first online avenue in any business is to build a beautiful professional website. The best way to continually market you and your brand is through your website. Now, its domain name should be your name followed by a .com. But remember, sometimes your name is being used, so you're going to have to use a variation. But make sure that you're using your name to build your brand. Your website houses your contact information, your reels, your social media links, and anything else that showcases who you are. It's imperative that your website have a professional look and design. Unless you are a mega star, you should write your articles in first person. And do not oversell yourself. Just tell the facts. And tell them about your work. And throw in something that we may not know about you. Don't use Flash because Flash is outdated and it's not compatible with your iPhones and your iPads and all this new stuff. Make sure that your website is being built in HTML5 and keep your website updated. You can minimize the cost if you know how to design it, so ask your designer to help you to update your website periodically. The items that you must show on your website are your contact information, and that includes your business email, your agent and manager's information, and your contact information of where you can reach at all times. Make your address separate from your personal email, so make sure your emails are separate. The next thing that your website should have are embedded reels. And the reels should be in an easy to find place on your website, and use YouTube to place your reels because other websites are harder to upload and they take longer. So make sure that you use YouTube and place them in a very strategic place where they're easy to find on your website. The next thing is promotional and or behind the scenes photos, not just your headshot, because that kind of gets boring, and your website should be showing some other flavorful things of you working, doing what you do, working behind the scenes, those wonderful behind the scenes shots. The next thing is your social media links. Make sure that you include links to your Twitter, your Facebook, LinkedIn, everywhere, your YouTube, and your newsletter if you have one. And last but not least is your bio. Make sure that your bio has good credit information, what type of work you've done, and give them a glimpse of who you really are. Now, there are many ways to get a professional website. You can post it on Craigslist and tell them how much you want to pay, or you can go to Odesk, which is a great website where you can post it once again, tell them how much you want to pay, and then they'll bid to let you know who would take your bid. So these are wonderful resources of how you can build your website. If you already have a website and you just need to update it, then you might want to use WordPress. They have good WordPress themes and a good tutorial and a free guide that can help you to build on your website. Now, the next marketing tool I want to talk about is postcards. This world is full of automation. And I want you to know that casting directors and producers and agents, they still look at what we call snail mail. It's too easy for them to press that delete button if something is unsolicited. So make sure that you are sending those postcards, letting them know if you have a new theatrical play coming out. But don't announce something that you shouldn't be. Like if you're on a new commercial or a new film or something like that and you have not gotten permission, make sure that you get permission that you can reveal this information. The next social media tool is your blog. This is a big part of your social media. Your blog should be on your personal website and should contain information that helps the readers to know more about you. You can throw in your accomplishments and tell them a little bit about what it is that you're trying to relay about your career. This is a great way to gain followers. And did you know that by having followers is sometimes a make or break deal in hiring you? Believe it or not. Producers love to have actors with a large following because that following will help with the sales of the movie. So, build up those followers on all of your social media sites. Next is your Facebook fan page. Unlike your personal Facebook page, you're able to post anything and everything about yourself, about what you're doing in the industry. I think that people expect that on a fan page, but when you're blasting that out on your personal page, I don't know. Some people take it as boasting and you might lose some fans, but if you have a fan page, that's what your fans expect. So build a fan page. And then there's Twitter. This is a mega promotional tool. And with Twitter, you are able to connect with people all through the industry, at every level. And the smart thing about Twitter is that you would retweet what those folks are saying, because when you retweet, they're noticing you. So very smart deal. Make sure that you're retweeting on Twitter. And then there's your YouTube account. YouTube is a great way to promote yourself. Actors are on there doing all kinds of things. They're doing their monologues, their rehearsals, they're doing skits, they're doing shorts and web series and parts of their movies and singing and dancing. They're doing all kinds of things to promote themselves. So that only helps you to build your audience. A lot of them are making money doing this too because of the followers that they have. Start creating a channel. Make videos of yourself. Post it. Try to get your friends on. and all of your acquaintances and build that audience on YouTube. And don't forget to put YouTube on your website as a link. Then there's Instagram. Again, we don't just want to see your headshots on Instagram. We want to see your fun stuff. So this is a great way to build an audience. Make sure that as an actor, you're posting all of your wonderful pictures behind the scenes and some other stuff. You just wanted them to see that you're a human being. You do have a life. So show those pictures on Instagram. You're developing a fan base this way. So use Instagram. Then there's this real wonderful tool called Bitly, bit.ly. Now that you've got an account on all of these other websites, you can take just 1 second to go into Bitly and minimize that long email address into a very short, recognizable one. So Bitly can do that for you. Then there's another one called Hootsuite. Now, this is a great service. And with Hootsuite, you're updating your Twitter, your fan page, your Facebook page, and all of these other sites with one website. So if you don't want to go to all of these different sites to write, go to Hootsuite and you only have one place to update. And then there's Fiverr, Fiverr. On this site, you can get anyone to do anything you need them to do for just about $5. You're bidding, and these folks, you just tell them what you want. You can have your pictures photoshopped, you can get some backgrounds made for your websites, just about anything for $5. So try them out. And then there's the email newsletter services. Now, like I said, some of the agents, will take the emails and some of them won't. It's important to, if you have a newsletter, update that newsletter once a month and letting all of your fans and everyone in the world know about what you're doing. So you're also building a fan base by having those. Headshots. I added headshots to your social media because you can't do anything without a headshot. So spend a little money and get your headshots done. Make sure you're not going to just a bridal photographer or casual photographer. These photographers need to know the business and what it is that Hollywood and all of these other wonderful states are looking for in an actor. Your resume. You put your resume together in a persuasive, professional manner, and it needs to reflect you at your current state, not what happened 10 years ago. You have to tell what's going on in your life. If it's too big, cut out the old stuff and make sure that you're emphasizing what it is you do. If you're new to the industry, emphasize your skills and let them know what they're missing in you as an actor. Backstage Magazine provides great examples of how to format your resume, so research the information in Backstage. Now, another great source is your introduction letter. Now, you don't need an introduction letter with everyone, but if you're changing agents, getting a new agent, moving to a new area, these are great times to do an introduction letter. And there's ways that you need to format that letter, so also do that research. Start with a wow-em statement. Make sure that you're putting some of the quotes from other people about your work in that letter so that they will know that you're not the only one that thinks that you're wonderful. Also, with your cover letter, include your 8x10 photo. Then there are demo reels. All agents, all casting directors, everyone wants to see a well put together, fully professional, edited demo reel. Okay? A lot of times, if you don't have a demo reel, schools, training schools will create one for you. They'll create scenes for you. You can take clips from your movies and television shows and give it to someone who can professionally edit it. If you don't have a demo reel or no material, You can do a monologue if they allow you to in their offices. So when you go to see a casting agent, ask if you can do a monologue. Then next, put yourself online. You have to join all of these sites that I'm talking about, your networks, your casting networks, your Backstage, your Actors Access, and all of the others in the other states that you are residing in. Make sure that you're online and people are able to see you, to pick your type out, or you're able to solicit for jobs. Get yourself online. That adds buzz to you. Press releases. Press releases are a good way to promote yourself and what's coming up and what you're doing. In many cases, you can do a press release at no cost. There are sites that you can do that. A good example of when you would use a press release is if you got a new job in a very popular movie or television show, or there's a popular movie coming out and you're the starring person. But your press release has to have newsworthy information or it won't be picked up. Now, one of the tricks that I found is that in your hometown where you grew up, they love to know that there were stars coming out of their hometown, so they do take those articles and blast them out with that community. So, use your hometowns or towns in which you lived in. The next is Google Ads. You can promote yourself with Google Ads if you have a little bit of money and you want to purchase advertising. Now, you can advertise as small as $1 a day or larger over a certain period of time, and they pay by the clicks if people go in and look at the information. So, look up information on Google Ads. This information, since they are one of the prominent sources in the internet, you will more than likely get more viewers than you bargained for. The advantage of advertising with Google is that they are the dominant search engine in the internet. Yahoo is also a good place to go, high credibility with both, and you will receive a lot of visitors to look at your product. Everything that I covered today only just scratches the surface because, like I said, you can use your creativity to create a grand marketing plan. If you can afford it, hire someone in PR and get yourself a publicist to help you along the way. But until then, use all of these resources and more. So let's get started marketing that wonderful you today. This is Sandra D, and this is Ready Action.